Pappy's Remy Ma once again with a song about his mistress that has been out since May of 2025. Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So, today we are talking Claressa Shields, surprise, surprise, aka Pap's mistress, aka Pap's entanglement, aka Pap's pick me, aka Pap's side chick, or as Chris Cyborg would say, it is duck hunting season. Remy Ma is the blueprint. Remy Ma is the standard. Remy Ma is on Pap and Claressa's mood board, you guys. Now, what is going to happen today that I already saw via Live Bites, and it's probably going to happen across other blogs, other publications. Claressa had posted in her Instagrammy stories this song that Pap is mentioning her name. And to those of you who are not familiar or who do not watch her fight press conferences or any of the sort, you're going to think that this is a brand new song. You're going to think it is a brand new record that Pap just decided to randomly drop. But this is why I am here. This is why I am here, you guys. And I just want to show you this. First of all, that song has been out since May of 2025. It is just Neil that Pap decided to put it on an album. And by put it on an album, I mean a re-release of an existing album that went triple wood. Because check this out. Bars on Wheels, the original album, the original EP, whatever, came out in November of 2025, you guys. None of y'all listened to it. None of y'all streamed it. None of y'all was interested in it, right? And it had 6 tracks on it. Well, did you guys know that a deluxe version of Bars on Wheels came out? Y'all didn't know. Let me show you. On August 21st, the deluxe edition of Bars on Wheels came out, guys. And it was not announced anywhere because I thought, according to Claressa and according to Pap, they're the A-list celebrities. It is, according to them, it's Remy that is the washed up rapper. It is Remy that is the bitter ex and all the things and all of the sort. Meanwhile, your married man, Claressa, completely flopped in Canada. Was a non-factor in Canada. Nobody knew that music. Nobody knew what Pap was rapping about. Pap tried to post a review from some concert goer that it was on her bucket list to see Pap. And I have a bridge to sell you. I have not ever heard nobody in this lifetime ever say on their bucket list is they want to see Pap in concert. I'm going to need y'all to be for real. I am going to need y'all to be for real. But that is not all that has happened because, like I said, this announcement went nowhere. That there was a deluxe edition of Bars on Wheels that came out because, like the mistress Claressa herself, Pap considers you, Claressa, an afterthought. Pap considers you an afterthought. There was no post about it. There was no announcement about it because Pap was too upset about Topanga. Pap was too upset about what happened where Claressa did that live stream. And, you know what I'm saying? Left without him to go get some food because, you know, that's his meal ticket. That's his come up. And then had the audacity to come back home with a doggy bag of food that he clearly didn't want. And already was recording on live stream, basically saying, hey, we're on live, so you can't cuss me out right now. No. So that's why there was no announcement that Bars on Wheels, the deluxe edition, that features an already, quote unquote freestyle track that came out in May of 2025. I posted the screenshot. You can go to Fight Hype. So Pap didn't bother announcing that he finally added a freestyle that is not that long at all. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what happens when you're the mistress. You get the shortest track. You get the shortest record. You know what I'm saying? When you're the side chick, you get the side dish treatment, you guys. And so ultimately, there was no announcement all weekend about this deluxe album being out. But thirsty Claressa had to post in the Instagrammy stories, oh, my married man, he's got a song about me. He sang my name. But y'all that are critical thinkers would know that he's been talking about this at least since May of 2025. It's not new. But that's not even the worst offense. Deluxe editions of albums, of EPs, things like that, it happens all the time, right? For real artists, you know what I'm saying? For real artists, sometimes you do it if the original album was so successful, you know what I'm saying? Like Usher's Confessions, you'll come back with a deluxe edition, right? And the album goes diamond. A real artist with real record sales, right? That'll be the case. But also another reason people do a deluxe edition is when they are trying to get sales and get streams and all of the sort. But like I said, Pap did not even promote it. But here is where the copying of the Remy of it all comes in that we have to discuss, you guys. There was never a title for this Claressa Shields record. And like I said, because, you know what I'm saying, she is the mistress, she gets the shortest track. You know what I'm saying? She gets the song that is only, you know what I'm saying, 1 minute and 45 seconds. Just like she got the shortest tat video ever compared to his wife, because that is how little Claressa means to Pap, you guys. But let Claressa tell it. She's gonna live in the land of Delulu. She's gonna think that this is the best thing since sliced bread. And again, I got a bridge to sell y'all. If y'all think that this is golden love, if y'all think this is fireproof love, this is an epic fail. This is a disaster. So my issue with this is peep this. The song title is called Back Outside. Now, there's a few questions that I have, considering the song has been, rapped on and talked about since May of 2025. Why wasn't there a title to the song until now, right? And I believe it is direct inspiration, direct copy and paste from Remy Ma. Remy Ma, as you know, has the new single, Put 'Em On. But how does the song start? I'm back outside. I'm back outside. You know what I'm saying? Those are the first set of lyrics, you guys. Those are the first set of lyrics. Remy Ma says, I'm back outside and I'm putting that SHIT on. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't come up with anything else, Pap. Now, I don't need to listen to the track because ultimately we've heard it before. Those of y'all that have been paying attention to this toxic mess, this hot mess express, this disrespect to Remy and all of the things, this is the same freestyle where Pap says Claressa got the whip appeal and he paid for it in full. He don't split the bill. And they watch Michael B. Jordan or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing that Pap has been rapping since at least May of last year. And it's probably even earlier than that. That is just the first time that it made it to Fight Hype. But I was under the impression that a freestyle means off the dome. I was under the impression a freestyle meant that it's fresh, it's new, that anytime we saw Pap and he did all this, that he was going to come with some new bars. He was going to come with some new heat. But he would regurgitate this same madness at several fight-related press conferences and anything else. Anytime it was time to give Pap the microphone, most recently in Detroit, Pap spewed this same nonsense. It was not a new freestyle. It was not a new anything. Claressa already hears this all the time, and I'm sure that is what he is the only thing that he raps to her whenever she needs reassurance that this thing with the married man is the end all be all. But my question is this:
how are you going to take
a
seriously
minute and 45
a
seconds,
Zeus
right,
Network
is
sponsored
all
event?
Pap thinks of you,
but
Claressa
is allegedly supposed to be
and
considered
he didn't even
the
bother to announce or promote that there was even a deluxe
there
edition
for baddies.
of Bars on Wheels.
That is a
that
Zeus
was out.
Network reunion
That came
audience
out
that showed
August 21st.
And some of those
The
celebrities
original Bars on
and
Wheels, like I
reality
said,
stars
that did not
that were there
feature
are
this
probably
a minute
also
and 45
fans
seconds
of Zeus Network.
whatever about his mistress
And knows
that's been out
raging.
since May of 2025.
That is the
You know
whole
what I'm saying?
point.
No announcement,
That is what
nothing.
is being
It just
nailed
didn't have
here.
a title.
That if you're trying to
It
be
just
taken
didn't have
serious,
a title,
and the best
but
you can
I
do
guess
is
the
a Zeus
genius
Network
of Pap
sponsor,
decided since Remy
they're going to have the
has a
platform
catchy
to put
"I'm back
out as many
outside,"
fighters as they want to.
let me name it, Back
incorporate
Outside.
their brand,
And this is the same
which
one
is Baddies,
that after Remy Network was
which
a
is
success,
Ray J hosting a
decides to
show
come
on their
out
network,
with
which is a
Wind Records
Tamu version
Network.
of Love Island called
and
Love
tries to make
Cabin,
it seem like
where
at
it
first
also
it's a
is
way
not
for
give you
you
buck
to
because that is a
stream
requirement
boxing
if you
and
were on
pay,
Zeus Network.
but
is
they
to
plan
not
on
give you buck.
expanding to entertainment and everything
So
else
that is
that
why
Remy is doing
nobody
on the
is
Remy
talking
Network,
about
except
the
for there's
last
going to
minute
be a
ad
fee.
of undercard real boxers.
Except for there's going to be
Everyone's
a fee
either
because
talking about
nothing
the
is
fact
free.
of the Zeus
When you
Network
are dealing
undercard that
with
took place,
Pap, you guys.
or they're
But there
talking
was no
about the
announcement because
spectacle
there was trouble in
around
Paradise,
the actual
you guys.
fight itself.
There was trouble
and not
in Paradise.
Claressa Shields versus
And when there's
Kay
trouble in
Scott.
Paradise, when the check clears, when
Because
there's not
that's
lights,
what
camera,
was
and
needed
action,
in order
you know what I'm
for this
saying?
fight
There's
to
nothing,
happen.
There's nothing else to talk
That
about.
Claressa and her
See,
team
had Pap put out
knew that
this
there was several
deluxe album,
petitions
this
against
deluxe
her, a lot of
edition
backlash
on
against her
August
after the
15th or
slap with
whatever,
Alicia Baumgartner
and
all
could
the
have
things,
utilized that
she
to
is
promote
banned
with the fight
from
and
all
everything
things
else.
MVP
But he didn't want to do that because he didn't
So
care.
you're mentioning Jake Paul.
He did not care.
But the thing of it is,
See, what
Claressa
his
is
brain
banned
was probably
from all
thinking
things associated
is,
with
I'll
MVP
put out the
promotions,
deluxe
which would
edition
include
to
Jake Paul in the
announce
case.
while I'm in Canada
So
performing,
Claressa couldn't even
so
get
people can download the album.
La creme de la creme.
And
in
I have
women's
a bunch
boxing
to sell
fighters
because
most
none of
of
those
them
people
are
in
with
Canada
MVP promotions.
know his music.
And
like
Salida
that,
has already
right?
came out and said
none
that
of the people
Lauren
in Canada
Price allegedly
know him
was
like
invited
that.
to the fight.
Heck, they
and
didn't
that
even
there's
know that he
ongoing
was on a
conversations.
remix version.
But I feel there's
of
a different
Busta
reason
Rhymes is
that Lauren
Touch It.
Price did not want to go to that fight.
So ultimately,
And I wouldn't be surprised
there was
if
no
MVP
need,
Promotions
right?
or
But you
somebody
figured,
else
let
is
me
poaching
release
her.
this
So
the
that
day
that
before
fight against
I
Claressa
perform in
also
Canada,
doesn't happen.
But you didn't promote
So,
it.
I want to
because
say
you
this
knew
before I get into
that
Claressa's
1
reaction
minute and
is,
45 second
listen,
Claressa
I do
track
not like
from May
Joe
of
Budden and his history of
2025
how
was
he's
on
treated
there,
women
and you were
and
mad at
everything
her.
else. I know recently
she
he's
played
came
in your
out and said
face
that he
on a
likes the
live
fact that
stream
Remy Ma and Easy the
and
Black Captain
exposed
appear
your
to be no
scam,
more. But
that
I
you
thought
stay
that's been known that they were no
upstairs,
more.
you'll argue
But
all
maybe
the
he's
time,
referencing that since
and that
Remy
she's
Ma
going
said
to
that she
remain
was single
attached to
on
the hip
Angie
to you
Martinez,
to
right?
continue to
And I
try to
believe
prove
he
the
also
haters
gave a
wrong,
reaction to why you
that
effing
this
lied,
somehow
right?
is going to be better
But
treatment
ultimately,
than how you did your wife.
with the opinion of even just somebody who is a casual
So ultimately,
boxer
that is
who's
it
not
for this
watching
video, you
boxing
boys.
24/7
I need y'all to
like
do me
that,
the biggest favor.
and can
I need
clearly
y'all to do
see
y'all biggest one,
that something
and that
was
is to
off
hype
with the entire production and promotion of this fight. That if you're coming to see an actual professional fight,
in
and
your
in
life,
order to
there is
sell
that
it,
is it, that
in
is
order
all.
to
It's
get
Toto
celebrities
Safino.
and
It's
reality
on the road,
stars
it's on the
there,
line for this video.
Zeus
Let me know your
Network
thoughts
had
in the
to be the
comments. Please do not
backdrop.
forget to like, comment, and
Zeus
subscribe.
Network
Hit the notification
undercard
bell so you're
had
notified
to
the
be
moment
the
I post content on my
backdrop,
channel.
and these are not
And with that being
professional
said,
fighters.
I'll talk to you guys again very soon.
You know what I'm saying? So it is kind of weird because it's basically making Claressa look like she's participating in a clown show, which is what it was. It was a clown show. It was a stunt and a show. It was not a legitimate fight, you guys. And so that is what ultimately has happened, because it reflects badly on, Claressa's alleged business practices. And they didn't even get into the fact that 2 of the fights that were supposed to actually happen didn't happen because people didn't make weight. So now we got to get into Claressa's reaction, because, of course, Claressa is not happy that Joe Budden clocked T. And he has a large platform to basically say, listen, looky here. If you're supposed to be one of the best female boxers of all time, you can't go out here and putting on a reality TV show special with the Zeus Network. You need to be more professional than that. So let's get into what Claressa said. So the first tweet, Claressa quotes the clip of Joe Budden giving this feedback that it was basically a Zeus Network production. It was a reality TV show production. Then it was a professional fight with real fighters. Claressa says, this clown with the clown emoji did not even watch the fight. Tag Zeus Network and DAZN Boxing had separate fighters. Zeus fighters fought first. Then we had the real fighters fight on DAZN. Myself and Kay Scott. Oh, she's like misspelling. She's really mad with the trigger fingers. Co-main, Tro Isley versus Joe Hicks. Cara Vieira versus Bernice Ferreira. WBC World Championship. And talking about the crowd. 17,000 fans. That's debatable. Spent their hard-earned money to come and support me. And they look good ASF. The biggest celebs were in the house, and you hating Joe Budden. How about you don't speak on me? I don't even know you. Lies.